In Turkey, riots broke out on Sunday and it's only gotten worse since. This is how it started. A Syrian man was accused of abusing a minor. Soon a mob targeted Syrian homes and businesses. Some of them were set on fire. Turkey has since arrested 470 people. President Erdogan has urged for calm. He's blaming his rivals for stoking hate. Now, Turkey hosts 3.6 million Syrian refugees. But the country has a love-hate relationship with them. When the Syrian war broke out back in 2011, Ankara welcomed them. But over the past few years, the Turkish economy has been struggling and many people blame the refugees for draining their resources. The riots come days after Erdogan talked about restoring ties with Syria. Will that plan be derailed now? Our next report tells you.
This is Kayseri, a city located in central Turkiye. On Sunday, riots broke out here. It started after a Syrian refugee was caught sexually abusing a 7-year-old child. The news spread like wildfire, especially on social media. Soon, an angry mob took to the streets. They wanted to catch the suspected abuser, but instead, they targeted other Syrians in the neighborhood. The mob stoned homes, burned down businesses, and targeted other Syrian refugees. By midnight, things got out of control. It was a full-blown riot, so the police had to intervene. They tried to disperse the crowd, but scuffles injured at least 15 police officers. By morning, the crowd had dispersed, and President Recep Tayyip Erdogan blamed it on the opposition. He accused them of stoking hatred politics against Turkiye's Syrian refugees.
No one can reach anywhere by fueling xenophobia and hate towards refugees. One of the reasons for the saddening events caused by a small group in Kayseri is the opposition's poisonous discourse. No matter who it is, burning people's homes and their relatives, engaging in vandalism, setting fire to the streets is unacceptable.
Turkiye is home to 3.6 million Syrian refugees. When the war broke out in Syria, Erdogan welcomed refugees with open arms. But since then, Ankara has struggled with them. It has failed to integrate Syrian refugees into society. That has led to several incidents of violence, xenophobia, racism, and with a struggling economy, politicians accuse refugees of draining Turkiye's resources. Last year, the issue was a political lightning rod in the elections. Erdogan's rivals blamed them for Turkiye's economic crisis. Most parties pledged to return them to Syria. It hasn't happened yet. But the riot has flared tensions again between Ankara and Damascus. In Erupted, people chanted against the Turkish army. They threw things at the Turkish military tanks. Erupted is located in northwestern Syria, but it is under the control of Turkish troops. In the town of Kazawiya, protesters were seen pulling down the Turkish flag. At another border crossing, the Turkish flag was removed and burned. The recent violence comes after a peace offering by Erdogan. Just days ago, the Turkish president said that he was open to meeting with Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. He even talked about restoring ties between the two countries. Now, Erdogan and Assad have long been close friends. The two leaders even vacationed together once in 2008. But things soured after war broke out in Syria in 2011. Then, Erdogan had backed opposition groups in Syria who wanted to oust Assad. But a decade later, the war is long forgotten, and the Arab world is bringing Assad back into the fray. So, Erdogan is doing the same, and it is crucial for Turkey to mend fences with Syria, as it wants to repatriate millions of Syrian refugees. And that's only possible with the cooperation of the Assad government. While relations between the two nations have taken a turn for the better, the recent violence shows that there is still a long way to go.